Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Ghazi. You know what, we had a meeting a couple of days back to organize ourselves for this panel discussion. So do we have Sam and Hasib? Is that one, or was this a different?
You see Mr.
Yes.
Dr. Sam around.
Yes, I'm here, Dr. Sabda.
And Hasib?
Hasib was supposed to join. I don't see him online, but
anyway, Sam, let's start very quickly because the time is an issue with us. What we had decided was, just very quickly in maybe less than 5 minutes, I will raise certain issues regarding, can you see my screen, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Good. So what we decided was that we have a 4 or 5 minutes, just quickly, the issues that are related to open science. We work with Inter-Academy Partnership with UNESCO and other organizations for this open science. And what we were able to recognize were, first, the open science taxonomy, like from open access, open data, open science evaluation, etc. I'm not going into detail, just to give you a brief, and then that will help the the panelists to address few questions that we have to all this. And then we should understand, Sam has an excellent presentation today. There he identified certain issues on impact, H index, height and index, etc. But when we talk about open science, who are the key players? Who are responsible? Government? Is it the publishers? Is it the researchers? The society? Ultimately, who are the key players that are, will be somehow impacted through open science? And then we will be also discussing the key barriers. What stops us from opening the data, opening the publication and everything? Is it finances? It is greed? Is it what? So that are the barriers that we should be trying to address it. Give you one example of the COVID vaccine. The whole African continent doesn't produce a single, drop of vaccine for the consumption of their own continent. And why was it? When this COVID came in, we tried to open at least for this vaccine. And there was a regime called WTO, World Trade Organization, that prohibits, having licensing to the other countries other than those who already have it. So those are the issues that we should be trying to discuss it. Now, what does open science claims? What will it help? Like science-related arguments, financial, social, democracy, socio-political. These issues are related to all this, and we are trying to address the issues of inclusiveness of the society and sustainable development through science. We already heard a lot of good things about impact of science rather than impact factor. And we agreed, almost all of us, that 20 years back, science had more impact than today, though we have more publication than we were having 10 years back. So those are the issues that we try to address those questions. Now to start with, I will ask Sam and then others. That's it, what was having for you as a background. We already received one question from the audience through emails. Already Mariam has shared this with the panelists. Sam, if you could go through it, and meanwhile, Hasib has joined us, we go to the discussion for the question that I have in my mind to address to both of you. First of all is this is impact then impact factor. So just very simply briefing in 2 words. So Sam, you had already very good discussion today. If you could expand those discussion with that, and I stop sharing screen now because this was it. And over to Sam, please.